All right, so hey guys, we are going to start by taking our notes on integers. So real quick, whatever I put on my screen is what you're going to want to put on your notes as well. So whatever I feel is important enough to write on here is important for you to put in your notes. So we're going to start with some definitions, okay? Um, so integers are a set of positive whole numbers. So a set of positive whole numbers, their opposites, and zero. So it's a set of positive whole numbers, their opposites, and zero. So you might be thinking, okay, what's the opposite of a whole number, right? So opposites are two numbers. So opposites are two numbers that are the same distance, that are the same distance from zero on a number line. So two numbers that are the same distance from zero on a number line, but in opposite directions. Okay. So there's our definitions. So example one says using the number line, find the opposite of -8. Well, okay, let's count from zero. How far is -8? Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8 places away. So we'll go 8 places forward from zero. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it ends up being 8, right? So pretty much just the opposites, or if it's like -100, the opposite is 100. Or if it's 21, the opposite is -21. So just the opposite is just the negative or the positive of that number, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's compare these two numbers. Thinking about which ones are bigger, right? You can use a number line to kind of look at that. From zero, 5 is 5 away, and -3 is only 3 away. So which one's bigger? 5, right? So our inequality or our alligator eats the bigger number. What about -10 and -6? This one's kind of confusing, right? Because really, the um, further negative it is, the actual smaller it gets. So comparing these two numbers, -6 is actually bigger. And between 14 and -2, a positive number is always bigger than a negative, so 14 is going this way. Okay? All right, so that's just comparing the positive and negatives together. Example 3, we want to order these from the map from coldest to warmest. Okay, so look at these numbers. We have -10, -27, -5, 8, 11, and 10. Which one's the smallest? Which one's the coldest? Well, it's going to be Fairbank, right? With -27 degrees. And then, so we use this one. What's the next one? It's Nome, right? With -10 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, I want you to take a minute or so, pause your screen, and try working on putting these last four cities in order, okay? So pause and put those last 4 cities in order, and the answers will be up. All right, so hopefully you paused and you wrote down those cities in order. So we stopped with Nome, right? So I wanted you to put the last 4 cities in order. So we want Anchorage with -5, Valdez with 8, Kodiak with 10, and then Juneau with 11. Okay, so we just put them in order from least to greatest. Look at example 4. It says which city has the highest normal temperature. What that means is we want to look at the highs. And of those highs, which one has the biggest number? So the largest of them is this one, right? So then what city has the highest normal temperature? Well, it's going to be Omaha, Nebraska, with a temp of 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And whenever we answer a word problem like this, we always want to end it in a sentence. Okay. So example 5 is I'm gonna ask you to do on your own. Okay. We want to rank them from in golf, the person with the lower score is the winner. So we want to figure out who's the winner, right? Based off of the scores. So we want you to rank the players by ordering their scores from lowest to highest. Okay. So we want the lowest number first. So I want you to pause and try ranking these 5 players from least to greatest, okay? All right, so hopefully you paused as I instructed and did try to order them from least to greatest, okay? So it ends up that T Woods, aka Tiger Woods, won that by a landslide, right? With a score of -12, okay? So if you have any questions about any of these notes, I'm gonna ask the next time I see you in class, and that's when you're gonna wanna ask. So if you're ever confused about something on the notes, either send me a message or Canvas or ask me the next time you see me, because that's really important that you understand the topics, okay? All right, see you next time in class.